Hello everybody, my name's Larry Stewart and I'm reporting for Adventist Frontier Missions. And am I excited that you're watching this video because it was made just for you. That's right, let me explain. This year I felt called by God to do video work for AFM. And because of your prayerful support and help, it's a reality. I've been doing it and I'm so excited about it. The first place that I went was Papua New Guinea. I just got back a few weeks ago and this video is about that place. You're gonna see some amazing things like a canoe race where they put 50 people in one canoe and race down the river. And then you're gonna see how we flew around the island on these really neat bush planes and how we traveled through really deep, thick mud. And you're also gonna see me holding a real live crocodile in my hands, mighty. But what's really neat is you'll see baptisms because that's what AFM is all about. People giving their hearts to Jesus. So instead of telling you about the video, I'll let the video tell itself. You ready? Let's go! Now these guys got up really early in the morning to get ready for the canoe race I was telling you about. Man, they get psyched, dancing around and pounding their paddles, and for good reason, because the winning team will make several $1,000s. Here they're really getting themselves psyched up for this canoe race big time. And they're off. I think it's amazing how they can stand and paddle this canoe at the same time without falling out. That takes some real skill. I know they practice a whole lot. Like I said earlier, they get really serious about what they do. They practice and practice for this canoe race all year long. Unfortunately, though, sometimes at the end of these canoe races, there's big village fights. And at the end of this one, there was a huge fight, which you're going to see here in just a second. Well, here's the fight I was telling you about, and man, the whole entire village got in on the action. They were throwing paddles and rocks and sticks and whatever they could find. Unbelievably, and praise God, nobody got seriously injured when this fight was all over. Actually, they were hugging and shaking hands and crying and wishing the whole thing never happened. They sure look mad right now, though, and I'm glad I'm floating out in the canoe. I wouldn't want to be in the middle of that. Oh, this is really cool. These are what I call the bush planes. Man, they can just take off and land anywhere, and they're a lot of fun, a lot more fun than those commercial airliners. They go up in the air, and man, it's just a really neat experience. You can see the pilots and see how they fly the plane and be way up there above the clouds looking down. You can really feel the motor running in those planes, and I don't know, it's just a neat experience. And here comes a plane for landing. The pilot of this plane, he told us that he's flown over 4,000 missions and never once has he ever had any problems. In Papua New Guinea, there's thousands of exotic, beautiful birds. This is an egret hunting for a fish. There's also beautiful flowers. I don't know the name of this one, but man, it is beautiful. The people were so nice to us. I'll never forget them. Sometimes to get where we needed to go, we couldn't take a plane or canoe, we just had to walk through deep, thick, nasty mud. Here we walked through it about 2.5 hours. And sometimes you got to cross over a log while a river's running. There's a log underwater there, and this girl, Mary Ann, she's really skilled. She showed us a thing or two on how to do it. And sometimes the mud is really deep. And other times the rivers are just a little bit wider and they run pretty rough and fast. Sometimes you just got to get out of the canoe and push it because it's just too shallow for trying to operate the motor. And here Pastor Leslie's out, and there's Elder Nino pushing the canoe because it's just too shallow for the motor. What an experience. This is a shortcut. And sometimes you just got to chop the logs to get them out of the way. This guy had to do this about 10 times so that we could make it up the river to Amma and visit and encourage the people there. People are so nice and smiling all the time. And the women, man, they work hard. Harder than the men, I think. This is cool. This is how they make rubber. They get it from the trees, this sap. They collect it in these molds, and they put it all in these little forms, and they pour all of this liquidy rubber in there. And that's how they make money. They sell that to buy supplies. Okay, another point of interest here in Papua New Guinea is the crocodile. This guy's a little one, but they get to be 18 feet long, over 1,000 pounds, and I'd rather hold the small ones because if I tried to hold a big one, he'd be holding me in his teeth, and I'd rather not have that. But it's really a beautiful creature, it really is. As you can see, just made a little noise there, but I got to hold him pretty tight because if he gets a hold of one of my fingers, I may be a finger short of what God gave me. But God has created some beautiful, beautiful things along the Sepik River, and this is one of the Papua New Guinea crocodiles, a little one. So we're going to put him back where I got him from. And this is why we came. To share the gospel with people and watch them give their hearts to Jesus. That is what AFM is all about. And I just want to thank you so much for providing me the opportunity to be a part of this, to document this kind of thing and share it with the world. Thank you so much. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video on Papua New Guinea. And there's more videos to come. The next places I'm going is Cambodia, Asia, and Thailand, and then Africa. And when I get back, I want to let you know when those videos come so you can see them. And the best way to do that is by email. So my email is airlarry1@hotmail.com. So email me if you would. Let me know what you thought about the video. And in that way, I'll be able to let you know when more videos are coming online for you to see. Well, this brings this segment to a close. So until next time, God bless you, my friends. I'm Larry Stewart reporting for Adventist Frontier Missions.